guys, welcome to my channel. I go by the name MacAnne, M to the A to the C to the A to the double N E. This is your number one stop for productivity and personal development. Yes, in case you're joining for the first time or you're just stopping by this video, I would want you to hit the bell notification and click on the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on the weekly life transforming content I bring to you every week. So today we'll be looking at what is personal development and 3 shocking facts you should know about personal development. Yes, that is what we'll be looking at today. So what is personal development? The first time I got to hear the word personal development, I think should be 3 or 4 years ago. But before then, I have unconsciously been engaged in personal development through different means, but I didn't really know it was personal development until I got to understand the concept of personal development. So we want to go straight to the foundation. What is personal development? A lot of time we keep hearing people say, oh, set personal development goals. What are your personal development plans? What are your personal development this, personal development this, and that. But I want to explain personal development in simple ways you and I and everyone watching this video can understand. But before I go into my own understanding of personal development, I would share the definition I got from Wikipedia. When I just according to Wikipedia, it says that personal development involves every activity that improve awareness and identity, that develop talent and potential, that build human capacity and facilitate employability, that enhances the quality of life and contributes to the realization of dreams and aspiration. I've explained what I got from Wikipedia about personal development, but after I saw this definition, I took out my time to begin to think about personal development. And while thinking about personal development, it's obvious that there are 2 words that make up personal development. We have the person and we have the development. Now, when we look at the person, who is a person? What makes up a person? The component that makes up a person is the spirit, soul, and body. So if the spirit, soul, and body is what makes up a person, I dare say that personal development is any and every activity you engage in to develop your spirit, your soul, and your body. Okay. Since we've looked at the 2 words that make up personal development, that is personal development, I've seen that the person is made up of spirit, soul, and body, and then we said that your personal development is now whatever activity you involve in to develop your spirit, soul, and body. But guess what? Before we talk about development, there has to be discovery, because the fact is nobody develops what he or she has not discovered. We have expert developers, we have software developers, and we have so many other developers. But one thing that is common among everyone who is into development business, before they start talking about development, there has to be a discovery. Now imagine someone who is into estate development and he has not even seen a land. He does not have a space he wants to develop. So you get what I'm trying to say. So if we also apply the same thing to personal development, we will discover that before you develop any other thing, you have to discover it. You need to know what it is you are developing. So that is the same thing with you. Because God has created everyone uniquely and differently, and what I have as my own makeup is different from your own makeup. It is now your personal responsibility to begin to search and look within to discover you, because it is only when you have discovered you that you can develop you. Alright, so let's look at 3 amazing facts you need to know about personal development. You need to have this fact at the back, front, center of your mind. Don't let it ever leave your mind if you want to really invest in personal development. Alright, so the first fact you need to know about personal development is that the foundation of personal development is discovery. Yes, just like I was saying initially, you cannot develop what you have not discovered. So when you look deep within yourself, whenever you say to yourself, I want to begin my personal development journey, the foundation you should build is self-discovery. Now you should begin to look within yourself and say, who am I? Who is MacAnne? Who is Paul? Who is Maureen? Who is Lois? You need to discover yourself. You need to look within and say, what are the things I'm passionate about? So these are questions that would help you begin to discover. What are the things I love? What are the things I enjoy doing? What are the things that make me happy? What are the things that make me sad? All right. So and then you also need to look within. Okay, your physical components. Are you short? Are you tall? Because the activities you're going to tailor should suit your personality. You shouldn't build your personal development plan based on what someone else is doing. Let's say someone who has discovered herself or himself, and the person enjoys sports, and the person begins to spend hours of time playing football, and you, the other guy, you have not even discovered yourself, and you just said, oh, because Joe Paul enjoys playing football, let me join him and play football. Guess what? At the end of everything, time is a revealer. At the end of the time, or at the end of a particular duration, you discover that John Paul will find himself being fulfilled, and he may even get other international opportunities, and you're just lost and saying, all these years I've been following John Paul playing football, what have I achieved? So discovery is the foundation of personal development. If you are watching this video and you're confused, you don't have clarity yet on who you are, on your passion, or where you see yourself in the next 5-10 years, these are the foundations you need to settle. And guess what? You need me in your life to help you come to that point of clarity, of discovering of yourself, so that you can enjoy a smooth and a steady ride to your personal development. In personal development, the second fact you need to have at the back of your mind, that you need to have constantly before you in your personal development journey, is to know that personal development takes time. Yes, it is a lifelong journey. It is a lifelong investment. It is not something you just do and say, okay, I'm going to give my 5 years to this, and after 5 years I'm going to crush it and I'm done, I'm going to get to something else. Nah. Personal development is every activity you keep doing from now till you die. Because guess what? The day you stop growing is the day you start dying. That's true. So personal development takes time. All right. If you see yourself as someone who wants to be in a particular location in the next 10-20 years, guess what? What you begin to do today are the steps that's going to lead you to where you see yourself in the next 10-20 years. Can I shock you? When you get to the next 10-20 years, you're going to discover that you're not satisfied with where you are, and you would desire something higher. And then guess what again? You would continuously invest in personal development. Because the needs of man are insatiable, when a man attains a particular height, you discover that something else begins to, you become desirous of the next step. And that is why you need to make up your mind that I am going to give myself to continuous personal development. Because if you don't do that, you'll get to a point in your life where you're not satisfied, where you're not fulfilled, where your present environment begins to disgust you. Whenever you discover that you are at the point where you're sad, where you're not fulfilled, where you desire more, you know deep down in your heart that there is more, you're not satisfied with the status quo, you need to begin to invest in yourself. Because when you keep investing in yourself, there's this sense of fulfillment fulfillment that comes with personal development. There's this sense of self-worth. There's this sense of self-esteem, because the more you develop yourself, the more you fall in love with yourself. Your personal development takes time. It's gonna put you in that frame of mind where you know that you are never gonna stop. You are going to give in your all, you're gonna give in your best, and you're going to know that whatever it seems as if you want to become comfortable, you need to say to yourself, there is more. There is more. Whenever this word becomes your mantra, there is more. There is still more. Never get satisfied. Then you will keep giving it your best. Remember, the second fact you need to know that it takes time. So the third fact you also need to have at the back of your mind about personal development is there is no end to personal development. It is a lifelong commitment. I want you to type in the comment section and say, there is no end to personal development. It is a lifelong commitment. You know, we have an education system where you know that it is 6 years in secondary school, and then you have in college is 4 years, 5 years, depending on your course. And most people are so excited when they get to final year. I'm so excited. I'm not going to do exams. I'm not going to write tests. And I'm done with all the projects, and they're so excited. I remember when I was graduating from college, a lot of my classmates were so excited. I was like, forget it, we're done. They were tearing their boots. They were like, I'm not going to read again. I'm not going to do that. And I was just looking at them. That is college. You know, there is a stipulated timeline for your college education. There's a stipulated timeline for your master's degree. There's a timeline for your high school education. But guess what? In personal development, there is no timeline. It is a continuous journey. It has no end. You cannot graduate from it except you just decide to say, I don't want to become the best version of myself. Remember the definition, the final definition we saw in the about personal development says it contributes to the realization of your dreams and aspiration. So if you are ever going to keep dreaming and aspiring, that means you are continuously going to be a student of personal development. The thing I've discovered about personal development and that excites me is that there's always something new about you. For example, when you were in high school, there were things you loved doing and you gave your time to it. But at the point you discovered, okay, I no longer want this is what I want. For the different stages of life, there are new things you're going to keep discovering about yourself. When you get to your 40s, there's a new life adjustment, there's a new lifestyle adjustment you need to embrace. And when you discover the new lifestyle adjustment, sometimes you're going to change your feeding habit, you're going to change your sleeping habit, you're going to change your walking habit. So it means that personal development is not just about your mental state, it also involves your physical state. How are you keeping up with your body? How are you keeping up with your mental state? How are you keeping up with your spirit? Because at the end, these three different components of your person must keep developing. So personal development is every activity you involve in that would help you grow spiritually, that would help you grow mentally, that would help you grow psychologically, that would help you grow socially, and that would help you grow physically, because this is what would give you a holistic personal development. And remember, personal development starts with discovery. You can never develop what you have not discovered. Discovery always precedes development. The second fact you also need to know is that personal development takes time. It takes time. It takes time. Personal development is not like magic. You're not just going to do abracadabra and you get to your future. It is a process. And there's something I want you to have at the back of your mind is that when you throw something up, the law of gravity states that whatever you throw up must come down. But we have come to understand, and we have seen it happen continuously, that whatever grows up never comes down. You can't see a tree growing and then all of a sudden it begins to recede. You can't see a person growing tall and all of a sudden the person begins to come down. So if you allow yourself grow up, you're going to stay up. And the final fact you need to know about personal development is that personal development is a lifelong commitment. It is a continuous journey. You don't graduate from it. There is something you're going to keep doing until you get to that point where your dreams, your aspirations are achieved. Until you get to that point where you finally take a bow from life and you meet your maker and you say, God, you gave me this talent, you gave me this potentials, I discovered it, I developed it, I utilized it, and I made impact. That is when you can say you have completed your journey. So it is from your birth till death. Do you part? So yes, guys, that is what you need to know about personal development, and these facts need to constantly be at the back of your mind, at the front. You should always have it before you so that you don't depart from it. And if you are at the point where you want to begin your discovery journey, you're like, okay, I've heard a lot about personal development. I'm going to do more videos where I talk about the advantage of personal development and some of the mistakes people make in personal development. Guess what? I have a whole course on personal development, and if you want to be a part of it, I need you to sign up for the Personal Development Online Bootcamp, where I teach you in-depthly on how to discover yourself, how to, map out a process for your personal development. And I am not just the only one teaching. I also bring in other resource persons to help you tailor your personal development plans, to help you discover yourself, to help you profit from your passion, to just learn a whole lot of things. Personal Development Online Bootcamp gives you the head start in your personal development journey. So click on the link in the description. There's a link in the description. Click on it and make sure you sign up. I'll be waiting to welcome you and to lead you and to hold your hands through this development journey. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. See you next week. Bye-bye.